Welcome everyone to another edition of the Red Pill Chauvinist Show. I'm your braggadocious, your very humble host, the Red Pill Chauvinist. Yeah, man. Back with another one. Special edition. We are OC, man. OC meaning out the country. If you've been watching these drops, you know where I'm at. Let's get straight to it. I'm just gonna go grab some coffee real quick. Or I should say a cafe latte. No, I have a list of topics that I write down as far as what I want to talk about on this channel. And I figured that I would actually combine two of them. The two topics were, one was men are more romantic than women. Now you might be like, yo, who cares, right? I'm gonna break that down because it goes into the second topic I was thinking about talking about, which is
to be in love is to be enslaved.
Yeah, man. Figure the two should go together, man. Fuck it. So here we go. Start with the first point. Men are more romantic than women. Now you looking at me like, RPC, who gives a fuck, man? All right, okay, yo, I ain't romantic. Yeah, you probably are, just not as romantic as, you know what I mean, most other dudes. But the point I'm making is, dudes are more romantic. Let me stand. I want to stand. I want to be in a. I mean, men are more romantic than women. Why is that important? Because since you were a baby, since you were a child, since you were young, you've been taught as a young boy, for lack of a better term, to put women on a pedestal. When you watch Snow White, Aladdin,
Pocahontas, all these shows, all these movies make you believe and show you that you're supposed to put the female on a pedestal, man. And make you feel like, where did you learn that you're supposed to give flowers? Or flowers is a nice gesture. Where did you learn about giving candies? Where did you learn about, what you should say to a chick and how you should, go above and beyond when it comes to anniversaries, holidays, birthdays. Where you learn that from? That shit wasn't natural. That shit wasn't instinctual. That shit was programmed into you. Okay? It was programmed that you're supposed to love a woman. You're supposed to cherish a woman. You're supposed to, protect her, which I agree with. It's like a child, they need protection. I agree with that part. But the point I'm making is, you've been taught to love females, but they haven't been taught to love you.
So how does that look like? How does that look like? Okay. Well, why is that important? It's important to know that men are more romantic than females, because once you realize that,
you'll understand that you're doing that romantic stuff for no reason. I'm gonna say that again. You're doing that romantic stuff for no reason.
For those who still believe in romance and being romantic, correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe that you're doing those things because you believe that she likes those things. For example, like getting flowers, getting chocolate sent to her, you know what I'm saying? Balloons, you know what I'm saying? Them shiny ass balloons and shit. You know what I mean? But nah, ask bitches. I've experienced enough chicks, spoke to enough chicks. I don't give a fuck about that shit. And I experienced it personally myself, where I remember I was in my long-term relationship and I bought some flowers on a random day, yo. I seen some flowers. They had a sale on it, whatever. Maybe like 2 dozen roses for like 30 bucks or some shit like that. So 24 roses for 30. That's a deal. Brought it home to the ex-girl. Like, yo, baby girl, just thinking about you. Here you go. I'm thinking, okay, this is what I was expecting. You know what I mean? Even though you know you should not expect anything. This is what I was expecting.
Oh, baby, thank you. That's so beautiful. Thank you for thinking about me and this, that, and the third.
The chick had the bottom of her ass coming out. Anyway, man, distractions are real, man. I said, yo, don't get it twisted. I'm a heterosexual male. I like ass just like the next two, but I just don't allow it to control me. Back to what I was saying. I expected.
Oh, thank you. Gush, gush,
You know what I actually got?
Oh. Thank you. I mean, now I gotta like take care of them now. Like, I don't have a vase to put them in or water. Like, okay. I don't have a vase or anything to put them in. Like, I gotta like watch them. Like, they're gonna. Oh man. Okay, thank you.
Does that sound like any type of appreciation whatsoever? So that had me thinking, like, I've heard chicks say they don't give a fuck about no flowers and chocolate, but I didn't believe it. I thought they were like hurt. But the more and more that I experience women, the more and more I realize
that romantic stuff, the reason why they want you to the reason why they want you, the male, to be romantic is to show them how much control they have over you. Yeah, man. That's why romance is around. Romance is around so that females can scale how much control they have over you. Females can scale how much of a slave you are to them.
the reason why you're so easily programmable as far as like the romance part of it is because you are naturally emotional. Men have emotions, but we've been taught also to not show it. Women are allowed to show it. We have emotion. I believe that we have more solid emotions than females. That's why I believe fathers are better parents than mothers. Overall. You know what I mean? I'm not saying, I believe mothers are great for the first 7 years of a child's life. They do say that the child's first teacher is their mother. But after that, I think the man should get involved because the man is able to control his emotions. In doing so, he's able to teach his children how to control their emotions, whether that be male or female. Stop being romantic, man. Come on, stop. Stop being romantic, man. You think you're doing it for her, but you're really doing it for you. You're doing it for you because you don't know no other option. You're thinking like, yo, the only way for her to like me is for me to buy her something. The only way for her to like me is if I, buy her some chocolate and get her something for anniversary. What I be telling dudes is, yo, what your girl get you for Valentine's Day? They be like, yo, what you talking about? I'm like, yo, it's Valentine's Day, right? Y'all exchange gifts, right? So what your girl give you? Oh, nah, she put it on me that night. She put it on you that night. Isn't that something that that's out. Isn't that something that you get often? That's something special. Sí, mi amigo.
A usted no le gusta, ¿no?
Sí, me lo gusto. Sí. See, even the old man had to see it. I mean, when you're in a country like this, man, it's everywhere. You know what I mean? It's everywhere. So how can you be? It's ubiquitous. Look that word up. Box is ubiquitous. Anyway, going on my long rant. So, fellas, do not do romantic shit, man. Yo, if you do romantic shit, the only thing you're doing is showing her how much of a simp you are to her. You know what I mean? Because the dude who's piping her out, pulling her hair, choking her, he's not buying her nothing. He's not romancing her. Okay? Okay? This is what I'll say. I don't want people thinking RPC's against buying gifts for chicks and doing XYZ. Nah. Don't get it twisted. My thing is she gotta earn that shit though. What is she bringing to the table? Blocks is not included. So this is the last part. To be in love is to be enslaved. I'm gonna take a line from Sugar Free, man. Shout out to Sugar Free. He's an artist from the West Coast. I'm paraphrasing, but what Sugar Free said.
When you start feeling that feeling of love, what that feeling really is you starting to lose your common sense.
Man, point out the lie, man. Point out the fucking lie. The reason I believe is because I remember the one and only time that I was in love, I can consciously feel myself doing things that wasn't logical. But I went with the feeling. You have to understand, the only person a chick could love, maybe, are her children. That's it. Don't expect no chick to be in love with you. I'm not saying no chick ever will, but 98%, so that's why I like to say most. 98% is definitely most, right? All right. Most chicks will not love you. Most chicks cannot fall in love with you, man. They don't have it in them. So fellas, stop being romantic. There's no point to it. To be in love is to be enslaved, man. Yo, I had a conversation with dudes out here, man. And basically, you do realize that husband is synonymous with slave. Think about it. As a husband, if you don't do what your wife tells you to do, I'm talking about in general, they're gonna look at you like you're a bad husband. If you don't prioritize, if you put your dreams, your goals, I'm talking about in general society, how they think. If you put your general goals and dreams ahead of your wife's, oh, you're not supportive, you're not a good husband. If you don't take your bread and give it to her, or give her some of your bread, at least some of your bread to her, you're not a good husband. But let's say she doesn't give you, your wife doesn't give you any money. Is she looked at as a bad wife? Let's say if your wife is striving to accomplish her dreams, her goals, but doesn't necessarily cheerlead yours, is she seen as a bad wife? Yeah, that's what I thought. So tell me, you tell me in the comments, man, what's the point of even getting married? Right? Stop being romantic, man. Stop falling in love. Last thing I'm gonna say about that is there's a big difference between falling in love and caring for somebody. Now, I'm not saying there's anything wrong to care for somebody, man. What does caring for somebody mean? If they get hurt, they're in the hospital, like you're concerned, like they're in your mind, like, fuck, I didn't want that to happen to them. You might even go visit. Men are more romantic than females. Females are not romantic. They don't know romance. Matter of fact, I'll tell you this. You should only be romantic if you have Roman history, Roman culture in you. If you're not from the Romans, if you're not from Rome,
it's unnatural for you to be romantic. Think about that, okay?
And the last point, to be in love is to be enslaved. I've never heard anybody fall, and it'd be a good thing. So to fall in love, no bueno, man. Don't do it.
To fall in love is basically you losing your logic and reason. To fall in love is basically you becoming a slave to the box. To fall in love, it's basically committing suicide, man.
That's sad. RPC, hope you enjoyed. Don't be romantic. Definitely don't fall in love. Peace.
She'll be back. She gotta come back, front end to the lag. She done all kind of weird shit to you, and you took her back. No diggum, no smack. I don't fuck with her. That bitch a rat. See, this hoe will do everything that you tell her, and like a good neighbor, Snoop Dogg is here to sell her. She can be sold. The depot. Open up your mind and take a look through this peephole. Supplying her and buying, that's what you do. I'm whipping her and dipping her, flipping her and lying her. Rules of engagement, popping like